It's perhaps been a while since you've caught up with our Liam. Well, if you remember, he passed his scout initiation with flying colors and was immediately thrown into the thick of a sea rat invasion on his village, Lilygrove. He made his way through the village and to the catacombs, where he bravely saved some locals from the rat's clutches. But then came Scumsnout. He was a nasty were-rat if ever there was one of Clooney's own commanders, sent to pillage the countryside before Clooney himself came for Redwall soon after, in the summer of the late Rose. Scumsnout and his sea rats wrought havoc on the little village, and Liam's betrothed Sophia was bitten by the monster's poisonous maw. Infection soon flared, but Liam had a mission first, straight from Captain Robin himself. Get to the Lilygrove lighthouse and light it. The light would warn the surrounding countryside of the attacks and call for much-needed reinforcements. Scumsnout chased him the whole way, but Liam was too crafty for him. He reached the lighthouse just in time, and as Scumsnout pursued him to the top, he was blinded by the lighthouse's beam, and his mighty tail knocked Liam off his feet and sent him falling out the window to a perilous fate.
By George, Brother Jethro, you sure have put together a fantastic midsummer play. The rehearsal looked just magical.
Oh, well, it would have been even more so had you waited to sneak a peek until its debut tomorrow night.
Can you blame us? We heard that music and we just had to take a look.
I do believe it be too tempting to ignore.
I can't wait to see the rest of it at the festival. If I'd known you were such a storyteller, Brother Jethro, I'd have come south sooner.
Well, Captain Barker, I'm only passing the tale along. I've heard you've got an exciting tale about Finn and Fiona.
Oh, Brother Jethro, if you keep letting the boy have his nightmares, never are my remedies going to work.
Nightmares?
Oh, I caught him in the library, grabbing at that spyglass of yours again. Might have cracked his noggin had I not gotten there in time.
I'm sorry, Grandfather. I just can't sleep. Mom and Dad keep fighting. And Liam, falling off the lighthouse. Grandfather, you never told me what happens next.
Well, William, your eyes could hardly stay open last night. I'd have been a terrible grandfather if I hadn't let you sleep.
But Scumsnout and Liam, he can't have been hurt. He's too important.
Oh, little William, you've grown quite fond of Liam, eh?
I mean, he's a great warrior, and now he fights so hard for Sophia. He reminds me of Dad.
Well?
I guess Jethro will have to finish the story then.
Yes, please.
All right, very well. Let's continue. But where were we exactly?
Liam was running away from Scumsnout. He'd been knocked out of the lighthouse. But he wasn't. Surely he didn't.
He'd saved Lilygrove with his courage. Remember, with the lighthouse lit, reinforcements throughout Mossflower would come to their aid. But his success came at a great price. Falling through the night air, Liam wondered if his journey to the dark forest was finally upon him. Luckily, Martin had more use for him yet.
Ouch! Oh, my head! Is that the sound of battle? But who's fighting the rats? The villagers fled! Tussa?
Legendary? You haven't seen legendary to be the bloody.
Blood sinking the bloody? That suits you. Especially when I've got the end of my spear.
Hey!
Is that Liam Eagle-Eye? I can't believe it. I thought no mouse could survive that fall.
I'm just as surprised as you are. I'm not dreaming, am I?
Not this time. Get your head together, Eagle-Eye. We've got rats to defeat.
Why don't you run back to the sea while you still can?
Oh, never run from a mouse.
Very well, but I assure you, you're going to regret this.
Thank you, Liam. I'm grateful to see you alive and well. And I'm sure Sophia will be too.
Is Sophia all right? Where is she?
Sophia's waiting for us at the dock. She's alive, but I fear her health is waning. There should only be a few vermin left now. Let's dispatch them quickly and meet up with Sophia as soon as possible.
I see toads with more skill than this one.
Run back here to the mousy hole, you mousies.
Why, thank you, Liam. Those two were giving us a run for our honey, that's for certain.
You two all right?
Just fine and dandy. Well, I think you're making us senior scouts look bad, Liam. Going around saving the day for us.
Come on, you two. Robin said to meet up at the dock.
Her fever's getting worse, Liam. I fear we don't have the resources to help her here. But you've lit the lighthouse, and because of that, more defenders are being rallied from the woods. Well done!
Thank you, Captain Robin. But what are we going to do about Sophia? Scumsnout's still up on the lighthouse, and she seems to be getting worse by the second. We can't stay here.
No, you can't. That's why we've prepared the boat for you here. Take Sophia across the bay to Old Moss Creek. The creek is too rough to row, especially upriver, so you'll have to get out, find a path, and make your way to the Winsome Wraith.
The Winsome Wraith? But isn't that where...
Stoats, yes. One of whom is my oldest friend, and the best healer you'll ever meet on this side of Redwall. Find Vallow Scrimpaw. Tell him Robin sent you, and he'll help Sophia. I'm sure of it.
Hello, Laban. It's good to see you well. I'm sure you gave those rats a run for their gold.
Oh, I don't know about that, Liam. You sure gave Scumsnout quite the chase, though. In due time, you might be the best scout of us all.
I'd better get Sophia into the rowboat. Onward to the Winsome Wraith, which I suppose really is the best path.
Take care, Liam. All will be well.
Ready for an adventure, Soph?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Before you go, Liam, Freyby is ahead of you on his way to the Winsome Wraith as well.
Freyby? He's business with the Stoats too?
He's carrying with him a special key known as the Tangram. But I fear the rats know about it. Or at least they know it could be valuable to them, and they're right. But we can't risk them finding it, which is why it must be delivered safely to the hand of Vallow Scrimpaw. It'll be safe with him. Go now, then, and get Sophia to the Winsome Wraith.
Practicing your scout's call?
Of course.
I always found the Scout's whistle code to be the neatest thing as a dippet. Now I get to use it myself. Don't forget the rhyme. Once to follow, twice to come, thrice for danger, 4 times none.
How could I possibly forget? Frabie uses the whistle as often as he can, even to call us for supper. It's rather annoying, actually. So, how are you holding up, my love? How many whistles?
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Soph,
What?
you don't have to hide from me, remember?
Okay. I suppose I'm not completely fine. It's just this fever's got my head a bit dizzy and I'm worried about the dark forest and what we might find inside. Sorry, Liam, I just don't want to burden you.
Sophia, we are not going to die. And you couldn't be a burden if you tied yourself to my foot.
Well, thanks.
Liam had never seen his Sophia like this. He desperately wanted to make her feel better. But how? What could lift her spirits? He knew Sophia, above all else, cared about her community and her relationships. But she also found confidence in her own strength, to the point where it was difficult for her to admit her weaknesses. Perhaps this knowledge could help him find something encouraging to say.
We've got the skills we need to get you to the Wraith. It's going to be all right.
I suppose. I just feel so incapable, having been the one Scout to get caught by Scumsnout. It's infuriating. I hope the others are doing all right. With that monster still in Lily Grove.
They know what they're doing. We've just got to stay focused on our job.
Yes, I suppose. And I suppose that we'll meet plenty of rats along our path.
Well, if we do, we'll figure it out, won't we?
Your optimism always reminds me that everything will be all right. Probably. I hope Frabie's as cheerful as you right now. He's all by himself out there.
Frabie's as tough as you are. He knows what he's doing.
You're right, darling. I do hope we see him soon. I wonder if the stoats of the Winsome Wraith are as friendly as Captain Robin seems to think they are.
Even if they're not, we can resolve to be friendly, can't we?
Yes, you're right, as usual. I just don't want to be such a burden to you and the other Scouts.
You're much too strong to ever be a burden, my love.
I love you too, Liam. Thank you. I'm just looking forward to this all being over, and then we can finally hold our wedding ceremony.
Agreed. I can't wait.
That'll certainly be a happy day. Oh, we've reached the shore.
I smell a campfire on the wind. To the north. If we head upriver, we can find it and make camp.
Liam, how much further do you think it is to the campsite?
Not far. Can you smell it in the breeze?
Yeah. Yeah, sure I can.
Are you hurting that bad?
No. I'm fine. Entirely fine.
Sophia, I'm worried about you.
I told you I'm fine, Liam.
Ah, of course. Scout on, dear.
Who left the box out here?
Are you sure that's what happened?
Just kidding.
Sophia, I can't stand to hear you in pain any longer. What can I do to help?
Liam, I can't keep scurrying around like you are. And maybe there's another way. You could go on ahead and find a better path.
What? I can't! What if the rats find you?
We don't have a choice, Liam. Scout ahead like the wondrous scout you are. Find a smooth path. Then come back and lead me through it.
Perhaps I could be of assistance?
A voice? Is that?
Hello again, my old friend. I hope I haven't alarmed you.
Albert? What in the name of Martin are you doing all the way out here?
I fled with a group of woodlanders from Lilygrove, but alas, I was separated from them in all the hullabaloo.
It's wonderful to see you, Albert. You look rather put together. What for a village mouse out of the snowy woods all alone?
Well, a tailor can't change his stripes now, can he? But what about you, dear Sophia? I'm sorry to say you're not looking quite your best. If I overheard correctly, you were having trouble.
Yes, well... Actually, Albert, we are having a bit of trouble.
Just a bit. Truth is, Albert, I've been bitten by a were-it, and my shoulder's, well, a bit of a mess. Liam needs to scout ahead to find a route to travel upon, but he won't leave me alone. Although I can certainly take care of myself.
Perhaps you might stay with Sophia while I find a proper path.
I was going to suggest the very thing, my good mouse.
Very well, then. Albert, please keep an eye on Sophia.
Hear, hear.
Now, go on, my love. Get scouting.
Over here. Up here, you two. We can cross using this rope.
Good idea. Albert?
These old bones can handle that much, my good mouse.
Rats! Quick, everyone down! I'll find a safe way through.
Are you sure that's what happened?
It wasn't me. It was two friends. My fault. It wasn't strong enough. Quit making excuses. You should have checked the bridge first. We're doing our best, Whip Rider. What? My paws are sore.
The brush should hide
How
my
did it
scent.
even fall through the bridge? Ain't bridges supposed to be, you know, holding stuff? It wasn't me. It was two friends. My fault. Bridge wasn't strong enough. Quit making excuses. You should have checked the bridge first.